My Kenyan brothers and sisters, the ones who are enthusiastic about being on the streets to reduce the cost of living, I want to tell you this sincerely from the bottom of my heart, that this is an exercise in futility. It is an exercise that only serves one person. It is an exercise that the people participating in it have no idea what it is all about. But whatever you believe it is about, one thing that I know and certain it is not about is that it will reduce the cost of living. The other thing that I know it is not about is that it can remove a sitting president from office. But I want to tell you what it can degenerate into. It can degenerate into a civil war. It is not possible to remove a sitting president anywhere in the world. If he feels threatened, he is the commander-in-chief of all the Kenyan armed forces. Even the police is armed. The GSU is armed, and all the other formations. Our young boys are being cheated that they are fighting a battle they can win. You cannot. But I want to remind you, when such nonsense began in Somali, Somali degenerated into a stateless nation. And those who had wealth there, their wealth reduced to nothing. Those who had food lost all the food. Those who had money lost all the money. The prices which were high went through the roof. They became now too high for anyone to afford. And the streets were smelling of blood. When such nonsense began in Rwanda, people thought it was a joke. It turned out to be a disaster. The streets, the bushes were all smelling of rotten flesh. Uganda was not spared at some time. Sudan, it is raging today. People are dying in their thousands. My brothers and sisters, you will miss this peace you have. This is a country where people vote to decide who leads them. This is a country where people go to court for whatever grievances they have. This is a country where people make laws in parliament. Democracy cannot only be working when Raila Odinga wins. Democracy cannot only be working when he has his way in parliament. The rule of law cannot only be working when Raila has his way in the courts. We have had enough of this circus. And even if this were all true about him, as a statesman, he should have gone back and said, if I continue like this, it means all my followers, admirers, will all want to do things the way I do. In the future, they will want to reject every election lost, walk out of every parliament where they are outnumbered, reject every court decisions that do not favor them, because people copy their leaders. Today in Luoland, every problem they want to solve through violence and mass actions. When children fail exams in schools, parents walk into schools and frog march the teachers. But I want to appeal directly to Raila Odinga. Your age is now in its advanced stage. Do not destroy for us Kenya. We now have a constitution that is working. We have courts that are independent. we have an electoral commission that is independent. If you are unable to have your way in them, it means you have lost. If you did not win the elections, either you lost or you did not manage your votes. Whichever way, you are a loser, and let Kenya be. You are on the streets with your army to fight for the reduction of the cost of basic items. But remember, if Kenya degenerates into war, the cost will skyrocket. They will go up tenfold. And even at that price, you will not find groceries in the supermarkets. Those roadside walks that you take, you will find rotting bodies there. Let us not play with the peace that we have. Today, the vernacular radio stations in Luo in Kenya are all inciting the Luo against the government and the community of the president. We are toying with a time bomb. I am sometimes shocked at the announcers in these radio stations because they encourage it. People talk from all corners of the country. Many of them you can clearly see that they are people who have been sent to incite. It is disheartening. Announcers in radio stations talk like they have been coached to talk in a certain way and block every voice of reason that appears to tell the people the right thing they ought to do. Please, Raila Odinga, let Kenya be. Do not go down with us. We have supported you. We have tried it for you. But it looks like it was not meant to be. Take a break. Take leave. Take leave pending retirement. You need that break. You need that time with your grandchildren. Do not destroy a legacy that you have built over the years. The more you continue, the more many things about you are said. Some you will not be able to erase. Some you did not wish that the public would know. It is time, son of Jaramogi, that you take a break. It is time, Wood Oginga, you take a break. People in Luoland are bitter with you. They are bitter. Those ones who support you because you have favored them against others. The Wananchi who support you because they don't know you. It is time you took a break. You, I can promise you, would be exposed badly. It is time you stop this busyness. It is time you go home. May God bless you as you make a consideration.